I was down at Silverstone.
I was going to say, tell us about your little...
I was down at Silverstone, so we went down, made a little trip of it, because I was doing a few like bits of contract work through uni, like picking up little jobs. So I had just a bit of spare money. So right for my birthday this year, I'm just going to pay to do this like single-seater racing.
That little photo of you, your
little fucking knees popping out this little car. So it's a Formula Silverstone car. It's proper low to the ground. You're like fucking lying down.
Yeah.
So I paid to do that, lad. It's honestly the best thing I've ever done. So as I say, I'll either have put the picture up before or I'll put it up now. You're in this Formula Silverstone car that looks like it's a race car.
Yeah.
Like not road legal shit. Like you're fucking lying.
Not
road legal, lad. It's like you're lying on the floor, like no anti-lock brakes, no traction control. And it was around the Stowe circuit, which is inside the main Silverstone one, so not the main Silverstone track. So Aston Martin use it for testing all their cars, like the Valkyrie and stuff, not the F1 stuff, but all their cars, so they use it as their test track.
So does that track you rode on get used in actual F1?
No. So Stowe is like a track inside the main Silverstone thing.
Okay.
So
inside the complex.
Yeah. So you've got the main circuit like round the outside, and then Stowe circuit's like
within it,
inside it.
It's like a warm-up track type thing.
Fucking lad, it's mad.
Yeah.
There's like a 40-second lap, I think it was, or something like that.
40 seconds. That's rapid. It's a quick
lad.
lap.
These cars are scary because what it is like. So like people were saying to me like, what was the scary bit? It wasn't getting going. So it was quite wet, and people were like, were you scared getting your foot down? I was like, no, getting your foot down is the easy bit, because it's kind of very similar to a car. Like, I've never felt anything like it. You get your foot down, and it fucking, like, the engine is, like, behind your head, and it's screaming at you.
Loud.
So you've only got 4 gears, you're going up to 6,000 revs, down into, like, up into 4th, and it's just pulling and pulling.
Is it hot?
Well, looking on the day, it was raining. So
did it not feel hot, and you got the engine right behind you? No.
Because it was raining, I think that kept it quite cool.
Yeah.
But so you just go in, and like they can get up to like 145 mile an hour, but the straights aren't long enough. So as you get into the end of the straight where you need to brake, the car's still pulling. It's a weird sensation.
What do you mean pulling?
Like, so like your car's accelerating.
Yeah.
I'm still being like fucking
pushed.
I'm still being like sunken in the back of my seat as I'm fucking barreling into a corner. Because the car's just got that much lad. And then, but what I was saying to you, yes, it's not getting your foot down, that's the scary bit. It's fucking stopping.
Why?
Because the brakes aren't like a normal car's brakes. So, obviously when you brake in your car, you do a little bit and like...
It'll take a bit and then eventually...
And it's dead easy to press.
Yeah.
So the force you put on the brake pedal in this car is what stops the car.
So you need to
brake
brake
you've got to
hard.
jump, but then you're supposed to brake hard and then ease off. But, like, you've got it in your head, like, I can't brake here. So, for example, I said to the guy, I went, right, so, like, where should we be braking here? So he went, right, so we've got brake boards out, because it's raining, a metre or two back from them. We went, but don't worry, these brake boards are quite conservative. So if you brake at these brake boards, you're going to be fine, really.
What's that mean, a brake board?
So it's a big fucking board with the word brake.
Oh, so like, giving you instructions around the track.
So like, basically, if
apply a bit of brake here.
Oh, like, not a bit of brake.
Swat the brake.
Jump on the brake, like your life fucking depends on it. Right, so he was like, I did not possess the cojones to brake at a single one of these brake boards.
Why?
Because, like, you'd be getting what, between 80, 90, 100 mile an hour, bottom of these straights. And the brake board would be like here, where this is.
Yeah.
And the turning would be like that wall over there.
So it was it was like quick.
So you'd be like, there's no way.
I'm not braking, and
like,
what did you do? Just fly down the fucking bend?
No, so I'd brake earlier.
Oh, and then
because I didn't have like
the balls.
The problem is, it's the confidence in the car as well. So, like, for example, there was one lap went right. I'm fucking going for it, right? And I got to the end of the straight, jumped on the fucking thing. The front wheels locked up. I was like, oh, I'm gonna crash and die. So then you have to bleed off the brakes to get the tires going again to slow down. And I'm going quick here, and I'm like, I'm just gonna have to throw it into the corner and see what happens. Because if I don't throw it in the corner now, I'm going to go off and spin and crash. And you turn it into the corner, and it turns. And you're like, there's no way. Like, I thought I was going to turn and spin.
And like, just
if I'd have turned my normal car going at that speed, I'd have been dead.
It's because you drive a fucking 2009 Vauxhall.
But lad, You turn the corner and go round the chicane at like what 50 mile an hour, 60 mile an hour, and it just does it.
So how fast are they professionals at bends at?
In F1
an average bend in F1, yeah.
Well, it depends. There's like some corners you can go around flat at like 180, 170.
I know there's like S-shaped corners which you have to come off the gas for, but just say the usual bends. What are they typically hitting bends at?
Probably over 100 mile an hour.
They're hitting turns at 100 miles an hour.
Would not surprise me. No, 70, 80, easy.
And flying around the bends at 100 miles.
Because what it is I was driving it like a road car because I'd never experienced that type of machine before.
Yeah.
Oh, lad, it's so good. It's the most terrifying thing I think I've ever done. But I'd do it again, like tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I'd love to do it in the dry.
Oh, yeah, it was wet, wasn't it?
Funny enough,
Did you feel less confident because the track was wet? Did you feel a bit like, no, I'm not in this?
On the streets, I said you were all right, but going around the corner,
you felt a bit hesitant.
I tell you what, there was one bit where I caught the back end. When it's like, because you're fucking strapped into it, you can feel it when it's moving.
Yeah.
So the back end started to go a bit, so I like fucking corrected it, give it a bit of gas. It was only a little one. I was like, yes, I am Lewis Hamilton.
I might quit my day job.
I might quit my day job, and then I was like, I went to break and I went, yeah, no, this is.
It was making me laugh before Belly went. There's like weight restrictions and height restrictions on the track, and he was proper sweating trying to lose weight for it. In case he got there and he just went, nah, you're not getting in the way.
Lost 3.5 kilos in a week. Lad, it was bad. But you know what though, I say this.
That was the most stressful thing about that week for you.
Was that?
I wasn't enjoying it. It wasn't your PhD. It wasn't the podcast. You were just like going, lad, I need to lose 3K and I can't go on
I did not enjoy that week at all. Even getting into the car. But I tell you what though, like, I think if I hadn't lost the weight, I'd have been it wouldn't have been as comfy.
How come?
Just what, like, because I fit in the car. So when I sat in, like, you're obviously just in it like this, like your shoulders.
Yeah.
Like you're this tight in.
So would I be able to get in it?
I think you're too tall.
Yeah.
I think.
Fuck Silverstone.
It is mad. But yeah. Han said though, me missus, like, so it's just they can come over and take pictures in front when you sat in.
Yeah,
before you
she's
go out.
the photo.
And she went, right, what's up with you? I went, I'm absolutely fucking terrified.
Why though? Because it's something you want to do.
I know, but it's the feeling, right, of you essentially lying down, strapped to a fucking 1.6 litre
your legs
engine.
Are straight, innit?
So your legs are like up here. You're in a car. The only reason you don't crash this car is because you've made sure you don't crash, because it's a race car. There's nothing to help you. It was like a weird feeling of like, right, I can actually hurt myself here.
You know what's mad though? I think if we went to do that together, I would be less scared. Not because I'm a less fearful person, I'm a shithouse, but because I don't watch F1, I've got no expectation or reality about the dangers of it. I'll probably just bang around the track, like, because I don't know about it, and whereas because you fully invested in that sport. And like you're excited, and that you probably like got it in and thought like, shit, like I'm in a fast car here.
It was a weird thing.
Whereas I'm just oblivious to it.
It was a weird thing. It was like this kind of sensation where I was like, I could actually hurt myself here, like quite badly.
How close were you getting to the other drivers?
So basically, so it wasn't a race as such. So it was like there's two straights, and then if you caught up to the back of someone, you just kind of hung back, and then there was two marshals at the end of the straights that like blue flagged them. So if you got pointed at a blue flag, you pulled over to the right of the straight
because you were too close or something.
And, well, just basically so it gets the quicker cars in front of the slower cars.
To stop any P-rollers, stopping everyone's
fun.
Hugh got pulled over a good few times, would imagine.
Twice.
Did you? Did have people pass?
And then I overtook two people, but handed me head in. So she was on a post, videoing me, like going round. And the two times I overtook someone on the straight, she wasn't recording me.
She recorded you pulling over?
Yeah. I was like, what was the fucking point in that?
Lord.
But yeah, honestly, if anyone is considering doing it, do it. It's a bit expensive, like, but fuck me, it's good.